Hey everyone, thanks for jumping on today. I'm working on my the cabinet door, then turning into kind of a fairy garden, I guess you could say. So today I'm going to, I don't know if I'll finish it today, but I'm going to figure out what I want to do, what color I want to paint the door. Got that door I made with the IOD mold, so I need to figure that out. And then I actually worked on this, I think on Monday. So this was an old cabinet door, and I put some IOD transfers on them. So that's what I got done. And then what I'm thinking of doing is putting the fairy door on this tree that I put in. Hi, Katie. See if I can position that correctly. Everything's opposite on the camera. So I want to put the door there. So I need to paint the door. But I'm going to put some other transfers on here. I'll show you how I do that. Hi, Mary. You guys can see this okay. So I'm thinking I want to put a bird on, and the birds are kind of large, but I think this one would be okay. This orange one here. And I ended up putting several more coats of paint on to kind of get what I wanted, because I put I don't even know where I left you. I think I had the white on, and I was trying to crackle it. But then I put green on, like a green, I mixed a bunch of greens together and put that over it. I thought, well, that's too dark. Tried that, put the crackle over that, and then I put white again. And so this is what I came out with. So I think it turned out pretty good. It's got some decent crackle in there and then some green, because I kind of wanted it like a foresty kind of color, I guess you could say, or vibe. So I wanted some green in the background. Thanks, Tim. So I'm just going to cut this bird out and put it here somewhere. You would think these would transfer on easily, but they're kind of actually hurt my finger. Even though I have a little tool. Transferring these on. These are really easy to work with, though. You just trim out what you don't need. Not all of it. You don't have to trim around the whole thing. It's a little bit hard to pick up. Excuse me if I sniffle. I've got getting a cold, or have a cold. I've been chugging that emergency powdery drink stuff to hopefully overload my system with so many vitamins that I won't get sick or sicker. So I have this handy dandy tool that you use to Beatrice Potter, yeah. Except I'm not crazy like Beatrice Potter. I think she sketched dead animals, didn't she? But I guess you gotta learn somehow, right? All right. So we got a bird in flight. I don't want it to look like it's going to attack the rabbit, so I'll put it up here, I think. Like it's getting ready to land on a mushroom. I think that should be good. So basically, you just put it on whatever project you're working on, and scrapey, scrapey. I think somebody's making a smoothie. I hear the blender going. Sorry if you could hear that. And you can tell when it's starting to be fully transferred because this top part will raise up, and also the color changes, obviously, because the color gets lighter as you're scraping it on your surface. So this is where I hurt my finger. It was just, actually, I don't know why it was my middle finger. Was it? I don't know. No, it had to be that one. I don't know. One of my fingers was killing me at the end of the night because I had done all this. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this in my house. This will not be on the giveaway on Friday, I hate to say, or sorry to say. Besides it being a pain in the butt to ship, I'd like to keep this one. Frozen. What's a frozen deck? Oh, frozen deck. No, I think it's just a regular smoothie. That does sound good. Or one of those frozen cocktails. Those are like the ice cream drinks. I used to get those a lot when I was younger. It's like dessert in a glass. So it does take a little bit of work to make sure this is adhered well. But as you can see, it's just starting to lift, so getting there. But I guess I would like to have it a little more difficult to transfer, because then that way it seems like it would stay better, stay on and whatever you're transferring it to. I think I'd be concerned if it was a little too easy. Anybody working on any projects tonight? All right, let's see if we can cut my nails so I can't even get this up. There we go. Oh, I had it. I lost it. Come on. There we go. So then you just kind of slowly lift it, and wherever it's kind of sticking, just scrape a little more. And there we go. And then you take the back of it, of this, the shiny side, and just kind of burnish it on, make sure it's on really good. So people use these transfers for furniture. They have a lot of different ones that you can use. And then I could spray this whole thing with a polycuric. How do you say that? Polyacrylic spray to protect it. You've been sanding your sailboat for a fresh coat of paint. Nice. Hey, Kirsten. Think of making jewelry box out of a shoebox with a tuck-in lid. I made I don't think I gave it. Oh, maybe I'll give that away. I don't know what to do with it. I make all this stuff and I don't always have a place for it. Oh, I think I told Kenzie she could have this one. But I made I made a jewelry box out of a cigar box. And oops, what did I do? I'm not sure where that paper came from. She still has rings in there. I think I used like dowels and then this material, and just kind of I glue the dowels in, and then I squish the material through there, and then just different ephemera and stuff, scrapbook paper and ribbon. So yeah, that was an old cigar box. So I'm thinking about what color I should color the door. And my thoughts are either like a greenish color like that, or more of like this. Whoopsie. See if I can move this. More of this like purple, deep purple. I'm trying to match one of the colors on here. I don't really see a turquoise. And I probably don't want a green like the door. So I got to think about that. I feel like it needs something here. Which would be kind of cool to find out. They don't have fairies. But maybe I'll find a fairy online that I can transfer on and put it right here, like a really light, almost translucent fairy. That'd be cool. Thanks, Tim. So the door is probably going to be my hardest part because I'm not, I don't know. That's going to be a lot of delicate painting in there with the vines and the flowers and normally when I make these castings, when they're wet, I glue them onto what I want to glue them onto, but I want to do this, paint it not on here so I don't mess up that transfer. So this is my biggest dilemma, is not a dilemma, but I almost want to go with this purple. So I think that would be I got this. I don't know. I just think it'd be nice. A little bit of a contrast. For the green, and it might be hard for me to figure out how to get to that green. Where the purple might be a little bit easier. Trying to see where else I have the purple in these transfers. So I can set my board aside. So if any of this was plain, I could take a transfer and put it on there, but it's not. I also thought maybe that color there, but which would also look good. But I think I like that purple. Or maroon, whatever color it is. All right, so I need to set this aside. I could add more. I don't want to add too much. Yeah, lots of mushrooms. Strawberries, more birds. You get a lot in this set. I think that's a hedgehog. Isn't that cute? Crown. You could put a crown on your bird if you want. I think that's the purple I want to go for. It's like that one. So I'm going to keep this aside so I can put this board on the floor and get it out of my way. All right. These will need to go back in here. See, this is another one with some flowers, but I don't think there's anything I want to add with those. All right, stack those there, and hopefully they don't fall. So I'll move this. And get my little mat so I don't mess up my desk too much here. And I have a camera above me, and I'm trying to like kill two birds with one stone. So it's hard to make sure you see it, and I make sure my camera sees what I'm doing. So I might pull you closer. There we go. That should work. So I have to stay in this parameter, or I'm out of shot. Here we go. So I have this. The fox is cool. Yeah, I think the purple will look nice too. Yeah, the fox is pretty cool. I only wanted to put one animal on there. I didn't want it to be too overwhelming. And we have a lot of bunnies around here, so. All right, Tim, how do I make purple? Because I got this bright purple. And I have brown. I mean, I have all the basic colors. So how do I make this maroon? What makes maroon, Tim? You're the color guy. So I don't waste too much. Pink, purple, brown, red, and blue make maroon. Okay. See, that's why you're here. Get the boogies out of here. Is it equal parts red and blue? Or start with blue and then add the red. Yeah, didn't shake it down. Good grief. Just get started and I got paint all over me. Start with red and then add some blue. No, mostly red. We're on a delay, Tim. Don't yell at me, man. I'm trying. All right. Yeah, fix I could use to stir it. I think it's on like the video's on like a 5 or 10 second delay. All right, red, blue. I'll do a dot. Is that orange? Is what orange? No, that's red. Might look orange on the screen. Wow, look at you. You're so smart.
Yeah, right. It's just really good, like that over professional style of writing.
All right, what do you think? Can you tell? Should I add a little bit more red or blue? What did I do? Blue. Or I think it needs to be a. Do I want it lighter? I think I want it lighter. So what happens if I add white? I can put some over here and experiment with that. Let me find some. Actually, I'm going to put it there. I'm afraid I'm going to put too much in. Hi, Hi, Kenzie. All right, I think that's what I like. A little bit lighter. So I'm going kind of for this flower. That'll match that flower. This one.
Yeah, I think it was important before you introduced it.
White will get you lavender. Well, maybe it's, I don't know. Lavender to me is what I think that, what am I looking at? This one. I like that one.
All the stuff that I've seen about
I think that will
eBay
work.
is like
And I guess worst case scenario, I just paint over it or make another door. Let me see. So now I got to paint up. So I'm painting the wood.
Midjourney just got out there, and they look a lot.
The maroonish color. Actually, it almost matches my shirt, doesn't it? And then I'm thinking I'm going to put like a moss like around this ring here, this knocker, kind of make it like a wreath. And then I'll have to think about the brick. And the door, I think the door I'll do like a brownish color, but then I have this, whatever this is, cream, this gold cream. I also have gold paint. So this is going to take a lot of work, but then I have greenery for these vines. I don't think there's any flowers in here. It's all green. All right, I thought there was flowers in there for some reason, but it looks like it's just all vines, which makes sense. So I can do the vines, and then maybe I could put some of this gold in there too. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to start with the maroon or whatever this color is. Maroon. All right, here we go. First brush stroke. So quiet. Your resolution is really low. There is a I think there's an app that can check it. I don't know if it can fix it. Joseph would know about that. He's checked his before. So I'm going to probably be a little quiet while I do this because I need to focus. So did you get your, what'd you get for dinner, Kenzie? The picture looks better on Facebook. Oh, interesting. I am going to make a they call it a long form video for YouTube on this. So I just finished one for the tin can project, and that's where I realized that my camera up here wasn't matching, like wasn't lined up right. So that's why I was trying to make some adjustments so that, I mean, it was not really, it wasn't cut off bad. It just, my project wasn't centered. So it looks unprofessional. This is going to take me forever. I don't have a very steady hand. think I lost Kenzie. So is everybody coming Friday for the party and the giveaway? I decided to have it. I'll do Facebook and YouTube, like I'm doing now. I'm streaming both, just to try and reach a broader audience. My goal is to grow my YouTube channel, but I got to figure out how I want to do like the rules, if I'm going to do any kind of rules. But I'll just have people comment in the, make a comment, and then I believe there's something I can use. I use StreamYard to just broadcast with Facebook and YouTube, and I believe they have a tool, or I guess a tool you would call it. You can use to you tell it when to start recording comments and then when to stop, and then it'll just do a little spinny thing for you and choose a winner for you. So it's all fair. So that'll be fun. But I was gonna take pictures of all the things that I'm going to give away on Friday and post those prior to get people excited. So I think it should be fun. I don't know if there's a way I could track, like if I told you would get, like whoever invites the most people will get a special gift or something. That would be fun, but how would I track that? Unless they tagged you in the post and said that you invited them. I started watching this YouTube video the other day. They were talking about fairies. It was interesting, kind of scary. I don't like the scary ones. Like they're talking about changelings and you're back on Facebook. Does it look better on Facebook? Anyway, they're talking about the different kinds of fairies and I think they're mostly considered to be like a European thing, like Ireland and Scotland, UK. But there was some people had footage of seeing fairies, like from a while back, so you would think that they couldn't alter them. But one lady did say that this film was altered to show the fairies, but there was another video from the same people, and they caught fairies, and they said that one was not altered, so who knows? It's probably your computer. Like I said, there's some kind of a resolution or some kind of test you can run on your screen or your computer to see how your screen looks, so, or what's wrong with it or what you need to adjust. I'm not sure what it's called. I'll have to ask Joseph. This is going to take forever. I suppose I could go over the greenery with this color if I have to, but I'm trying not to. Might need a little skinnier brush to get in these little The little crevices. Little bitty one. We got that one. And that one. Which one's? Oh yeah, the skinnier one. Like a really skinny one. There it is. It's a bad luck to catch fairies. Yeah, I wouldn't want to catch one. Be fun to see one, as long as it was a friendly one. I can't imagine you could catch one. I guess you'd have to have it a pretty elaborate trip. I would think that they would be fast and tricky. I read an interesting book, I don't remember the name of it, it was a couple years ago, about this woman who went to Ireland to look for fairies. It was pretty interesting. She said she saw them, and she was very respectful. She talked to the locals about it, and they helped her understand them, and it was interesting. Carnival Row. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, good idea, too. Carnival Row. I've heard of that. I'm finishing up. I think I am on the last season of Peaky Blinders. That one's pretty violent, but they're gypsies, so that's been interesting. It doesn't come out it comes out at first that they're gypsies, but like they don't really talk a lot about how they see things, and they talk to their dead loved ones and stuff. They think that they're just hallucinating and drinking too much whiskey. So, but the main character is come to the understanding that he can. He has a knowing, intuition, and his one daughter gets really sick, and he's out of the country, and he's telling his wife to all the stuff that they have to do to protect her, and he just freaked out about it and went home right away because he was just so worried that she had the flu is what they called it, and she survived. She was fine, but he's like, go see Aunt so-and-so, and she's going to do this, and she's going to do that, and he put a cross of the Black Madonna, or a rosary of the Black Madonna around her neck, and it was really interesting. Gnomes living in the yard for a long time. They like playing games. Gnomes are gnomes fairies? I would think they are. Are they considered fairies? I would like to friend a crow because those sound like fun. Like they bring you gifts and stuff. If you're friendly to them, and you leave them peanuts and stuff, they supposedly bring you little trinkets that they find. That would be fun. Some people have set up their cameras and stuff, and they've gotten like marbles and little pieces of jewelry or shiny things. I think crows like shiny things to give away. I like the woodland nymphs. Yeah, that was for sure. That was every month. Did you change your oil? Did you change your oil? Now I do that with my kids. Did you get your oil changed lately? This is taking forever. My contacts are gonna fall out because I'm not blinking. Oh, she feeds them scrambled egg. Do the crows leave her? You'll have to tell me her name. Do the crows leave her little trinkets and stuff? Give her gifts? Now the blue jays are the ones that should be leaving me gifts because they get fed cat food every day. They love the cat food. I think that's where half of it goes. Either the blue jays are eating it or possums. Saw a possum a couple weeks ago up on the porch eating the cat's food. Sometimes the cat's sitting there watching her eat it. I want to put up, but we have one of those trail cams. I should put it up on the back porch and see what's going on at night. Excuse me, sniffling. Tim, have you watched Sailing the Vagabond lately? They got attacked by those monkeys. That's crazy. Thought it was kind of silly that they were so close to them, but about the gnome stealing my shoes. Kind of like when Pat locked you in her bedroom on the day of her funeral. Kenzie got freaked out the other day because we were looking out the back door. She bought this, what do you call it? Disco ball. It's like a pink mirror, glittery mirror, actually mirrored. And where it was sitting on the counter in the kitchen, the sun was shining through. And so it was showing, or what do you call it, reflecting pink from the disco ball onto the ceiling. It was really cool. She's like, oh, look. And so we're looking at the ceiling, and then we're looking out the door wall, and the screen door to the door wall was already partly open, but then it was like shoved open even more. And she's like, oh my God, what the heck was that? Was that a ghost? I said, I think it's the cat. The cat, like, we couldn't see her, but she was like shoving the door or the screen door to the door wall open. She's like, let me in. They get a little careless. I'm surprised they have gotten worse with sharks. Yeah. Hey, rude, it was a ghost. Yeah, I didn't even look at the comments. I'm sure they had a lot of comments about that. It was really stupid of you to approach I thought it was, with 2 kids in your arms. You're approaching these monkeys on an island, wild monkeys. Of course they're going to take your stuff. And they're all kind of crabby about the people not helping that were down the beach, but I don't know. Maybe they thought they had it under control, and now Riley's got to get rabies shots for 5 weeks or whatever, so they really can't go anywhere. That's a nightmare to figure out. If you want to keep sailing, then you got every time you pull into port, you got to find a doctor to give you a rabies shot or whatever the shots he's got to get. But it sounds like it's very common because the people at the clinic said, "Oh yeah, we get at least 2 cases a day in here with somebody getting bitten by a monkey." Luckily, it wasn't their kids. Yeah, I can't imagine. I think they shoot it right in his finger too, don't they? Where he got bit. No, he's not necessarily saying he got bit. He was punching the monkey to get it away from him, and he says he scraped his knuckles on the monkey's teeth. But same thing, still has the germs. Anyway, I feel bad for them. It's terrifying. All right, I can't see what's going to be part of the door. I will have to guess. Did you get your Chipotle, Kenzie? Well, I think just do some touch up, but I think I'm done with the door. I should probably get right in there. I keep talking about how I want to make sure this stays in the shot of the camera up there, but I keep sticking my head over it. So all you're going to see is the top of my head. Just want to make sure I can get as much as I can so I don't have to come back and hopefully won't have to touch up a whole lot. I could make this knocker, just keep it a knocker and make it gold, but I think I'm going to kind of like to put it like a little wreath around it. I could also do a little wreath of flowers, but I don't think I have any little flowers that are that small. So quiet. I don't know if that's all green or if that's part of the door. I'm going to make some of it part of the door. Finding too many ideas for your box. Are you looking on Pinterest or where are you looking? The wind is howling. I haven't heard it lately, but it was earlier. Last week, man, it was crazy. I think it was like, what was it? Last Thursday or Friday? I'm surprised we didn't lose any more trees. All right. I could turn some of these into flowers if I wanted. I was looking on Pinterest, but I haven't. I mean, I could do what I want, of course, but I didn't really see. Saw a few ideas, but not a whole lot. What time we got here? 7:17. So originally I was just going to paint the door brown, but I'm like, well, I can do it any color I want. I guess the same thing with the brick, but I don't know what color I want the brick yet. I got brick color from this project behind me. YouTube, keep it simple but clean. All right. I'm just going to do a green on the vines. Those vines are green, right? So wonky toothpick. Looks like somebody took a bite out of it. And I'm going to add a tiny bit of white though. Let's see. Make it a little lighter, and then I can go back in with some darker green and try and create, I guess, some shadows. More delicate little painting. So they got the side of the door. I don't know what these. Oh, those are. Oh, there's bricks on the side. I guess I should pay attention to that. Because there's little crevices here, so there's it's supposed to be brick, I think. All right, I'm going to start with the green. See how it goes. What kind of boxes are you using, Kirsty? So now I gotta remember to watch out because there's going to be brick behind here. Not everything is going to be green. It's just hard to see what's a leaf in a vine and what is not. But I don't think anybody's going to scrutinize this real close, do you? Like, I don't know if that's a brick or if that's a leaf. I almost think it's supposed to be a brick because it's kind of rectangle shape. Little boxes from like shoe boxes. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to collect stuff and say you're going to make something out of it. Like I got all those bottles. I'm sure one day I'll be cleaning up and I'll say, I'm done. I'm putting these bottles in recycling. There's a lady on TikTok that was talking about all the bottles that she collects for different things. Salsa bottles and wine bottles, jars. She uses them to store food and put all sorts of stuff in them. There's a hair in there. I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. This can't be so fun to watch. I think that was a brick I just colored green. Oh well. I got your text, Tim. Thanks. I'll check it out. I'm just curious to figure out how you first attract the crows. I guess with what you feed them. But it's like, are the squirrels going to come? We don't have a ton of squirrels here. There's, I see one once in a while. But I think because our trees are so far and few between on the property that they usually don't venture out this way except for get some bird food. We have a lot of turkey vultures out here too. I saw a fox a couple months ago running through our yard. It's the first time I saw a fox. Of course, raccoon. We had a rabid raccoon. Geez, when was that? Oh, January, February? Actually, I think it was during Christmas because Kenzie was home. It was rabid. It was eating the cat food, and then the cat was hissing at it. I was afraid the cat was going to get bit, so was able to get her in the house. But it was just wandering around weird, zigzagging, all the things that suggest it might have rabies. And we had a trap from a friend of Bill's, but he had taken it back because he needed it, so we didn't have the trap. And then, we call, I don't think it was Humane Society, but Department of whatever, and let them know, and they're like, yeah, not much they could do about it, whatever. They don't come out and get them. So we thought, well, we could ask our neighbors because we know they have a gun. They could come over and put it out of its misery, or somebody else that we knew could come out. But it turned out the next day we had like a blizzard. It got really, really super cold. And so I think it just died because we haven't seen it back. But it was around for a while, just a few hours, just wandering around and just acting all crazy. And they said that zigzagging is one of the signs of rabies. Just walking erratically. But I was just worried about the cat. I was worried it was going to go in the cat house and attack her, or she would try to attack it. Trying to get in the chicken coop. I hear coyotes once in a while. I had not seen them in our yard. I think because we have the 900 acres behind us, there's really no need for them to come to our house unless they want to eat the cat food or the bird food. And I don't mind as long as they just don't destroy our stuff or harm the cat. Like the possums are good for ticks. Supposedly they eat ticks. I don't know what raccoons are good for. Pretty sure the cat gets mice because we very rarely see mice around here. Possums will eat wasps' nests. Oh, that's good to know. I hate those ones that get in the ground. Oh my gosh. You're weed whacking and you come upon it and you start getting a swarm of them around you. That happened to me a couple of times. But I think, are they blind, supposedly? A lot of times I can tell when the raccoons have been drinking the cat's water because it's filthy. Because they wash their hands in it. And I remember when we had the rabid raccoon, AT&T was coming out because our internet wasn't working. And I meet the guy at the door and he says, do you have a pet raccoon? It just like ran by me. I'm like, nope. I'd stay away from it though. What are you allergic to? Wasps? As far as I know, I've only been stung once. All bee venom. I was stung on my back by a wasp. I was getting in a car, and this is my girlfriends and I had like gone to the beach, and we jumped in the car to go to the store, and I had my bathing suit like top on, so my back was open, and I think the bee or the wasp was on the back of the seat, and I leaned back, and it stung me. So my girlfriend grabbed the bottle of vodka and poured it on my back. It's like, don't waste the vodka on me. Do you carry an EpiPen, Tim? When it's easy. All right, I think I'm going to let you guys go so you don't have to sit here and watch me paint the little vines. It's getting there. I'll have to figure out how to bring out some of the detail in the leaves, but maybe this stuff will work. This is gold. Make it a golden door. So, thanks, Katie. I will, wait, I got to pin Katie's comment. I love doing that. All right, so make sure you come back on Friday. I am going to post pictures of all the stuff that I'm going to be giving away, and I'll be live on Facebook and YouTube Friday at 6:30 Eastern Time. So invite your friends. If you don't mind sharing the links from either, probably from Facebook. I don't think you can share. I mean, you can share my YouTube link if you want, but if you wouldn't mind sharing the post and invite your friends, that would be awesome. So thank you so much, and I will see you Friday. Have a great evening. Bye.